Hunt 'em Big with Steve Bartylla. Brought to you by Wildlife Research Center, the gold standard. Reconics, see what you've been missing. Get armed and deadly with Easton's FMJ arrows. The heater bodysuit, you stay warm or your money back. And Hunter's Safety System, saving lives is what we do.
As you guys can see, I am not in any way, shape, or form some unbelievably fine-tuned athlete. But yet, every single year, I am hanging and or prepping somewhere well north of 200 stand sites a year. And yes, this fat old man honestly does climb all those trees. Now, they're not for myself. Of the entire group, maybe 25 of them are for me personally. I work as a consultant for private landowners. I'm doing this work for them as part of the setup process. You know what? Hanging stands is about the most dangerous thing we do. That is why every year I do a show on hanging stands safely. This year what we're going to talk about is ladder stands. Frankly, we've done a whole bunch on hang-on stands. Ladder stands are the ones that give me a pucker factor. It is rare. It is exceptionally rare. I can't even think of a time that I'm spooked when I'm climbing up into trees for hanging on hang-ons, because I've got my safety vest, I've got a lineman's belt. While I'm doing it, I'm taking all the safety steps. Okay, what drives me nuts is attaching that platform, that strap around a platform on a 20-foot plus tree stand. I've got somebody holding it at the base. 9 times out of 10, I can't use the brace because the trees I'm trying to put a ladder stand up into, they're not telephone pole trees. Otherwise, I'm putting a hang-on up in there. But frankly, that's what spooks me, is trying to get that first strap around the tree. Okay, what you're watching is my buddy and I utilizing, and I apologize for using any product names here, but we're utilizing Primal Tree Stand's Stands Up ladder stand setting aid, for lack of a better term. Now also on this Primal, we've got a beautiful system for just going ahead as you're tightening everything down. The arms are locking around the tree. Okay, they're already securing that platform in place, so that removes the pucker factor. Okay, that is a very safe way of doing it. Another safe way of putting up ladders. Not all ladders, as a matter of fact, only one other ladder I'm aware of even has any type of an arm system for clamping around the tree, and most ladders don't. So how do you handle that? What I do, is I go ahead, not on every stand, but on the ones that make me a little nervous, I go ahead and I use individual climbing sticks. Put them up first, then put the stand in place. Now I climb up and attach the strap without ever getting in the ladder stand. That does wonders for increasing safety, because now I can go ahead, I can attach that strap. I'm secure because I'm using my lineman's belt, and I can go ahead and attach that lifeline before ever even getting in the stands. So now I am every bit as safe when I go up to first climb up in that ladder stand as I was in the Primal that we're using in this tip, or when it comes to a hang-on. The whole key for safety is always have a minimum of 3 points of contact between your hands and your feet. That means whenever you're taking a step, 2 of your hands and 1 of your foot is squarely secured. Okay. When you're going to move a hand, make sure that both of your feet are secured. Okay. Always have 3 points of contact. Always use safety equipment. As I said, I don't like talking products and this type of stuff. I don't care if you're using Hunter Safety Systems Lifeline. Use a lifeline. If you are going to make one yourself, you make darn sure these things, your products are UV treated. The sun does more damage to this type of stuff than anything else. But if you want to save some money and make your own, do it. As long as it's up to specs, feel free. You just make darn sure that you are always connected when your feet are off the ground. You do that, and don't play any games with safety. Do not think about putting up in a tree that's too small. Do not put up in trees with dead branches. They're called widow makers for a darn good reason by loggers. Take safety seriously. You do that, and you know what? You can climb up and down 250, 300 trees a year and still somehow be in one piece just like me. Frankly, the tree stand stuff we do is probably the most dangerous activity that we engage in. Always take safety seriously. On these taller ladders, if you're not using one with a clamp system like the primals, go ahead and put up ladder stick sections to attach that platform before you go climbing up in the tree. Okay, that way you can use the lineman's belt when you're getting up and down. You can attach that that lifeline right away, so every second you are off that ground. You make sure you have a minimum of 3 points of contact when climbing, and the entire time you're hooked up into safety equipment. You know why? Your loved ones appreciate you. Go home safe.